Hello everyone. Today I'm going to start making a homemade antenna. Let's take a look together and see what we can make use of from this old parts tray. Well, this one actually looks pretty decent. Let's get started right away. The only thing I find useful is the old speaker unit from this broken radio. Small as it is, it once belonged to a device that connected generations. The radio, born in the early 20th century, was a bridge during wartime, carrying news, orders, and songs that lifted soldier spirits. Many from my time still remember the whole neighborhood gathered around, listening in silence to each broadcast. Now, though old and worn, this speaker will take its place in today's homemade antenna, a quiet reminder of the value in things once thought forgotten. Next, I have 2 coil springs with hooked ends. We'll use them as the 2 antenna whiskers to pick up the signal. To make a simple antenna base, I'll make use of this rectangular wooden board. The size is up to you. Just make it as comfortable and practical as possible for your setup. You can take a look as I demonstrate it first. Start by placing the speaker face down, with the magnet side facing up. This way, the base stays stable and balanced. Next, attach the 2 hook springs to the magnet. It's neat symmetrical and gives the setup a cleaner look. Take your time to align both sides evenly. That little bit of care will make the finished antenna look much more solid and professional. To make sure the hot glue holds properly, I'm going to wipe the speaker unit clean to remove any dust. Doing this helps the glue stick better and keeps the whole setup neat and easier to handle. Small steps like this may seem simple, but they make a big difference in how sturdy the final result will be. Alright, waiting for the hot glue to dry takes quite a bit of time, so let's set this aside and move on to the next part right away. Right here in my hand is a 1-to-2 signal splitter. It's a really handy little device, especially when you need to combine signals from 2 ports into one. It makes the connection cleaner, more stable, and easier to manage during testing. After securing the splitter onto the wooden board, I'll measure the distance from its 2 outputs to the 2 symmetrical solder points on the speaker. This helps to adjust the length of the coaxial cable connecting the splitter to the speaker, ensuring a proper fit and stable signal transmission. Once the lengths are adjusted, I have two coaxial cables of equal size. Next, I'll solder one end of each cable to the two solder points on the speaker and connect the other ends to the two symmetrical outputs of the signal splitter. I apologize, everyone. There was a little mix-up here. I fixed the signal splitter onto the wooden board before connecting the two coaxial cables. But it's okay. The hot glue is strong yet easy to remove, so I can adjust it without any problem. So we've completed about 70% of the build before testing. Now, the final step is to add the connecting wires to complete the signal circuit. This part is crucial for everything to work smoothly during the test. On one end of this coaxial cable, I'll attach a straight F connector to connect it to the remaining output of the signal splitter. This ensures the signal is transmitted from the splitter to the speaker in a stable and neat way. To ensure electrical safety, I'll wrap a few layers of insulating tape around this area. This protects the solder joint and prevents short circuits or any electrical leakage during use. The other end has also been fitted with a straight F connector. The end that connects to the TV will be fitted with a 90-degree F connector to keep the setup neat and convenient. All right, the assembly is complete. I'm going to take the device out for testing right away to see how well it works. Within just 5 seconds, the screen became quite clear, but we won't jump to conclusions yet. We'll wait a bit longer to see how stable the performance is. So far, everything seems to be working normally, with almost no issues. So I decided to go around to the back, unplug the cable, and plug it back in to see how it responds. After that test, I can conclude that it was a success. The device works steadily, the signal is clear, and all the connections function as expected. From this process, I realized that with a bit of patience and some reused materials, anyone can build an effective homemade antenna. It's both cost-saving and fun. I hope this video inspires you to try making one at home. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel.